My name is Tina Nance. Welcome to Yoga Barn Online. And this morning I'm going to be offering a practice specifically for women that I call Embodied Unwinding. So the practice is to connect women to their essential feminine nature, to their more yin nature. So as women and men, we have both masculine and feminine attributes, masculine and feminine energy. But we live in a predominantly yang society where women's bodies quite often are over-masculinized, and the feminine current, the more yin energy in the body, is out of balance. So this practice is about bringing it back into balance. Now these terms, masculine and feminine, I'm very loosely defining them here. So we could say masculine is more yang, feminine is more yin. So from that perspective, when we're talking about masculine energy, we mean energy that's moving outwards. So it's directive energy. It's the energy in our lives that makes stuff happen. So it's our goal orientation. It's our focus on getting somewhere and all the steps that we need to take, the order that we need to take to make that happen, to manifest in the world. And if you think about our value system as a culture, most of our value is on what we're doing. A really productive, good day is when we get a lot of stuff done. But our yin values are less about what we're doing and more about how much attention we're paying to our sense of being. So right now on the planet, we have an incredible opportunity for this inward noticing, this inward direction of our energy. We could say that this time, a time of more stillness and introspection, is a more feminine time that we're in right now. So to really take advantage of that, it's important to understand what are the feminine attributes that can really serve us in this time. So if masculine energy is energy moving outwards, directed energy, feminine energy is the energy moving inwards. So it's our capacity to tap into and feel our own bodies, to begin to feel and learn from the inside out the wisdom that exists in and as our own bodies. So tapping into body wisdom. It's about tuning into, understanding, tapping into our emotional intelligence. And when we have more internal awareness in this way, tapping into our body wisdom, our emotional wisdom, then we're more self-aware and more able to effectively communicate with others. We create more harmony in our communities, and these are more feminine qualities. So our practice today is really going to be focused on that inward direction of our attention. So rather than doing a practice where we're doing strong, powerful asana or we're trying to get somewhere, it's very much about slowing things right down and turning all of your attention on what you're feeling, on what you're sensing. And we call this interoception. Interoception is the awareness of our internal felt sense. Now, many of us will get to the yoga mat and do it in a very masculine way. That's not bad, but it's not the focus of today's practice. So when I say a masculine way, I mean we can get on the mat and be striving towards a goal, and our practice is more about perfection or performance than it is about presence. So today's practice is an inquiry about how much can I allow myself to feel? How present can I stay interoceptively? How much can I pay attention to my felt sense? And how much can I refine that internal noticing, the subtle nuances of sensation? So let's begin today by sitting in a comfortable cross-legged seat. Now the props that you're going to need for today's practice are 2 bolsters, these long cushions. If you don't have bolsters, long bed cushions are perfect. 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks at home, you could use perhaps square lounge cushions. And also today we're going to use a strap. So the strap can be replaced by a long scarf or a sarong, a longi, something like that. So something long that we're going to wrap around our waist and our legs at the end of the practice. So once you have everything you need, you're going to come into a comfortable cross-legged seat. And the invitation is to close down the eyes and to start to feel what's happening in the body. So it's very normal for there to be all kinds of mental activity, no problem. Let the thoughts be as they are. Your attention is simply shifting. Your focus is now on what you're feeling, sensory awareness, interoception. So let's start just by noticing what's obvious, landing. So we feel where our feet are touching the mat. See if you can refine your awareness of the sensation of where the feet touch the floor. Notice where your buttocks are resting on a cushion or on the ground. Feel your skin. Notice which parts of your skin are exposed to the air and the sensations where air meets the body. Notice where your clothes are pressing against your skin and the heat, subtle warmth, perhaps a sense of comfort or holding in those areas. Allowing yourself to notice. Good. As you're tuning in this way, start to notice your breath. Can you feel that each time the body effortlessly inhales, there's an expansion, a filling up from the inside? Can you feel that internal swelling? And when you're exhaling, can you feel how the diaphragm lifts and there's this sense of breath flowing out? But as the diaphragm lifts, the body drops a little with gravity. There's an emptying and a relaxing. Each time you inhale, feel the diaphragm drop, expansion of the ribs. And each time you exhale, diaphragm lifts, but the body drops. Let's go. And take a moment just to bring all of your consciousness to the body and breath. And here we're starting to drop into what we call embodied meditation. Sensation as an anchor for presence. Now from this place we can feel more. Start to lengthen through the spine, crown of the head lifts, tailbone drops. And bring the awareness to the shoulders and the upper back. Is there any holding pattern, any tension, constriction? As you notice your shoulders, let them relax. We can't let go of what we're not noticing. Feel the muscles of your face. Is there any furrowing of the eyebrows, tension in the temples? Are the eyes pressing out into moving eyelids, indicative of a busy mind? And instead, can we still the eyelids? Drop the eyeballs way back in the socket. Feel the forehead smooth. Let the jaw relax open. Are you clenching your teeth? Let the jaw drop. Great. Come down now into your belly. As women, we hold so much of our emotional tension in our abdomens. Just allowing yourself to notice your bellies. Can you let your belly become completely relaxed? Can you allow the belly to become round and soft, receptive? Many of us as women hold our bellies in. Can we let it become soft and relaxed? Good. Now from this more interoceptive awareness, we allow our attention to spread, noticing inside. Where else is there a sense of stuckness, tightness, constriction, restriction in the body? Can you feel? And as you're honing, training up your capacity to notice, when you feel areas that feel a little tight, that have gone otherwise unseen, let those areas be met with your presence and relax. Good. Last few moments here, feeling and noticing, connecting with your bodies. It's very normal for the mind to still be busy, no problem. It doesn't matter what's happening with your mind, you're just tuning in with your body regardless. Beautiful. And then staying in that embodied place, you can gently open the eyes. Bring your hands either side of the body with your palms open now. We're going to raise and lower the arms, taking big deep breaths from the belly to the heart and the heart to the belly. So with the shoulders relaxed, exhale the breath that you're on. Inhale into the belly. Fill the rib cage right up into the chest as the fingertips touch the torso is full with life force. And then as we slowly exhale, the arms lower and we release the breath from the chest all the way down to the belly. Navel draws into the spine, squeezing out the last drop. We begin again. Inhale from the belly, up through the lower ribs, into the chest, shoulders and jaw, stay relaxed. And exhale, breathe out from the chest first. Narrow the rib cage second. Navel into the spine last. Continue like that. Inhale, breathing from the belly to the heart. Allow the breath to slow and deepen each round. And exhale, slow, controlled out breath from the heart to the belly. You're going to continue just like that now, following the rhythm of your own breath. Allowing the breath to get slower and deeper each round. And as you're moving in this way, we start to make a very intentional union here, an intentional yoga of body, breath, and awareness in movement. And this gentle rhythm combined with that union not only drops us into meditative awareness, but starts to soothe the nervous system, really dropping us into right now. Let's take 2 more rounds following your own breath's relaxed rhythm. Remember, this isn't about getting somewhere. It's about arriving right here, right now, in your body. When your last exhale is complete, take your time. Take a moment just to feel. Good. Notice the exquisiteness of starting to arrive. Opening the eyes as you're ready, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, the head turns to the right, and the chin slowly lowers down into the chest. As we inhale, we roll through the left, chin comes to the ceiling, and as we exhale, we roll to the right, back into the chest. Now, as you're rotating, again, you're welcome to close the eyes. And notice if with the eyes closed, your awareness is more focused on those sensations. And allow that to be your intention, to feel. How much can I feel? So you're noticing the tissue stretching open in the front of the throat and how it connects down into the chest and the heart and the belly. When you're dropping chin to chest, you're feeling that stretching all the way down the back body, lengthening the tissue that extends down the spine. The movement's quite simple, and intentionally, the simplicity of the movements is designed to invite a more profundity of presence. Let's reverse that. Opposite direction. Really stretching out any areas that feel tight. And at any moment, if the mind wanders off and gets distracted, it's extremely normal, very human. As soon as you notice, great. Just gently bring yourself back into your body and continue the inquiry of how much can I feel. Let's take one last slow rotation like that. Good. And then we come back to neutral. We're going to continue slow, simple movements. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. Exhale, shoulders roll back and down. And we're moving slowly. Good. Each time you inhale, shoulders rolling forward. Feel that throughout the entire shoulder joint. So see if you can feel the tissue that joins the muscle to the bone. We call this connective tissue or fascia. And as you're moving